Benitez. And I don't think there's any question but that Roberto Duran is going to have to knock his man out to win the Super Welterweight Championship. And with that, of course, a chance at a big money fight if he has his brothers with Sugar Ray Leonard. Again, Duran lunging a little bit and no damage being done at all. So another round virtually has gone by for Roberto Duran without finding that one punch that he desperately has to have.
During the round, there was screaming from Duran's corner to go after Benitez. Maybe they see something that Duran doesn't.
Well, Duran sees it, but he knows the price he's going to have to pay to get there. There's not... For some reason, Duran is not wearing a mouthpiece. Now he is taking the mouthpiece.
They're telling him to throw the right hand.
Ray Arcel is telling him you can still win the fight, you can still win the fight. I'm not sure Roberto Duran believes it.
So we come to round 14. And Duran has just got to go get Wilfred Benitez. And Benitez has not been easy to find. Neither man showing any blood now after both men had been cut alongside the eye. For that one chance, stalking. But Benitez continues to keep him just off balance enough.
That's exactly what it seems like. Duran's trying to wait for one big punch. It's a little too late. He needs more than one big punch. He needs a knockout.
Benitez is not the kind of guy that you're going to knock down with one punch.
So Benitez can afford to lay back like this and just box him. Work his left jab, score some points. Duran needs to go inside, become even more aggressive, even though fatigue has set in because they both men look very impressive. Duran needs to go to work.
Well, eavesdropping on the card of Larry Merchant. Larry, you gave Duran, I believe, just 1 or 2 rounds.
I've given him 2 rounds so far.
So there seems little question that Duran is just going to have to go after it, and he's just been unable to do that. He has not embarrassed himself tonight. Duran has said that if he does not beat Wilfred Benitez, this will be his last fight. He also said that after his fight with you, so whether that is going to be the case remains to be seen. A little blood again showing over the eye now of Roberto Duran. And once more, Benitez just doing what he has to do to keep his man off of him, and he has managed to do that very well. And Duran is fighting like a tired fighter right now. Benitez appears to be the stronger of the two. Duran just kind of leaning on Wilfred Benitez now as the pace has slowed appreciably here in the last couple of rounds. Inside the 30-second mark now of round 14. And Duran scores with a couple of punches, but again, Benitez is not going anywhere.
Duran tries to rally and Benitez stops his rhythm with some of his punches.
So a case seemingly of too little too late for Roberto Duran. And we come to the end of the 14th round. There are 3 minutes of boxing left for Roberto Duran to go and get it.
You know, Duran may be, it seems to me like he's loading up, trying to land that one big one, you know, and I think that maybe he's doing that because Benitez gives you a sense that he can be hit very easy. I know when I fought him, I started to load up and throwing single punches because he seems like he's very easy to hit. And then you throw the one punch and he's not there. screaming in Duran's corner. They're arguing about a water. Who's going to give him the water?
An argument you would not think of prime import as we come to the 15th round. They touch gloves. And now we will see what Roberto Duran has left, if anything. Crowd on its feet. Duran, Duran. Benitez pretty much just has to stay away.
That's all he has to do. Benitez just has to stay away. Because Duran's going to try anything, any and everything.
Duran, a tired fighter without question, still leaning on Benitez, even though he has just got to go get a knockout. Mostly gloves, not much damage. Crowd comes alive, but there was little damage. Duran's corner exhorting him to go after him, and once more Benitez comes up with a couple of punches of his own, and that sends Duran backward. Seem to be talking to each other as Duran again fighting without a mouthpiece here. I think if Duran had his choice, he'd also fight without gloves.
Might have been a closer fight.
And again, it is Benitez who is getting the better of it. A left hand by Benitez and a right hand by Benitez, and Duran just seems to be able only to lunge and lead. Two more by Benitez, and Duran is now unable to score at all. An uppercut and a left hand, and the crowd comes alive. Benitez doing the damage. Benitez provides a moving target even when his back is in the corner.
Well, this is Benitez's resting place. He gets inside